By now, you should have learned that you have no business here, bird catcher.
Doesn't work. I should keep that. I'm not going to break in there again. I wasn't very fortunate last time. That's the place where I could have learned to hurl balls of fire at Nostrians. Well, at least I can smash clay jars.
By now, you should have learned.
G'day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher.
Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
I'm still banned from the temple. Humorless priests.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher. You again?
What's the riddle for the last oak leaf?
It's as if the riddle for the fourth oak leaf was made especially for you. The sows at the north gate are peculiar beasts. On acorns they feast, yet show disdain for the leaves.
Sows at the north gate, acorns, no leaves. Sounds easy. But why should this riddle be made for me?
You'd better hurry, before one of your rivals takes the prize.
Olgierd of the Dyers has stolen one of my oak leaves.
What business is it of mine if you lose your leaves?
But that's not fair. They outnumbered me.
Well, let that be a lesson to you.
I don't need any lessons. I'll get it back somehow. What's the prize for the victor again?
The victor will be honored by the king himself.
What exactly does that mean?
You have no business participating in the challenge if you can't appreciate that, unworthy peasant.
I'll be back.
Why are you loitering here, bird catcher? You have no business in the castle.
Tomorrow it's off to the slaughter. It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. Steely Newcastle doesn't touch anything but acorn tea. Well, that's at least better than Cephal's acorn brew. If he were corruptible, I'm sure this would be the right thing to bribe him with. I still need it. I'm too occupied with other things right now, so I don't really want to pray. I'll go for a walk later. Now I have to concentrate on my task. When swine are drunk, they get very peaceful. Just the opposite of Ulfrid. I might still need it. No doubt about it. This broad doublet can only be Troger's. The temple of the kind-hearted goddess, yet not even there am I welcome. Steely Newcastle doesn't touch anything but acorn tea. I'd better keep him hidden. I'd better keep him hidden. He looks completely tired out. He's been haunted by those nightmares for days. I'm beginning to fear he's losing his mind. Listen. Will you help me with the Oakleaf challenge?
Leave me alone with your tomfoolery. I've got more important things to do.
Those crows will still be here tomorrow. The challenge only lasts today. I have to run. My rivals aren't sleeping. I should keep that. Hardly the right ingredient. Well, that's at least better than Cephal's acorn brew. I'd rather not. Who knows what the result would be? Look what I won!
No, that can't be it.
It can't launch anymore. The string has rotted away. I used to try to open the door from afar for hours on end, but it seems the only thing I'm capable of is smashing things.
Is there anything you want?
Look, Olgierd, an oak leaf of pure brass. It just fell in front of my feet.
That must be the one from the castle guard. Where did you...
Why don't we just swap? Oak leaf for oak leaf.
So that you can win? No way.
If we don't, neither of us will win. There are other participants in the challenge, as you know.
All right then. How many oak leaves do you have already?
As many as you have.
I see. All right, Birdcatcher. This is your lucky day. We'll swap, but be warned, Geron. If you win the challenge, Ulfried will beat you to a pulp.
Well, he'd better get some rest then.
Beat it.
Stole something again, have we?
What do you mean, again?
stole something again.
What do you... That's no help at all. Nobody would like that.
I advise you to go now.
The magicians call it a gift. I call it a curse. No time to experiment. Good day, blacksmith.
Sod off, bird catcher.
Keep on forging.
Oh, shut up.
You stink. It's an easy life if you don't mind living in the muck. You liked that, didn't you? I like you much better this way.
Look at the bird catcher. Poor boy doesn't get enough food.
Yeah, that's funny. But here's the oak leaf. I've got all four. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. You can still tell that old Newcastle was once an army commander.
You again?
What's the prize for the victor again?
The victor will be honored by the king himself.
What exactly does that mean?
You have no business participating in the challenge if you can't appreciate that. Unworthy peasant.
I've got all 4 oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all 4 leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the King of Andergast.
Piece of cake.
Don't mess with that thing, bird catcher.
All I have to do now is hoist it.
The birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oakleaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule. You're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king. Or me, for that matter. And don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip and you'll have spent your final day in Andergast. All right, let's get this thing over with.
Newcastle, report.
The young Queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andergast, Your Majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soirée. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice. He shall not frighten the Queen too much, though.
As you wish, my liege.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carney, too?
Your Majesty, a victor has been named in the minor challenge of the Oakleaf for the common folk. It is young Garon from the Tannerhood.
Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwynling.
Is that so?
I don't know.
Show some respect for the king, man-child.
Old Gwynling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may. I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oakleaf Challenge, Garon.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1,889th year of independence.
May you make Andergast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwynling, Garon?
Of course. I put the fear of the gods in wolves and bears.
Well, we don't have too much of a problem with those in this castle. Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But
they're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Geron, do you think you can deal with crows?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle. I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
I'm not inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is concluded. Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Garon, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andergast lies in your hands.
I will not disappoint you, my king.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You'd better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Aphedan's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
And don't let your fingers get sticky.
Perhaps Gwynling is right. Something's wrong with those crows. Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. Perhaps Gwynling is right. Something's wrong with those crows. What on earth makes them destroy everything in here? It must be worth a fortune. Softer than my bed. Useless pageantry. Who needs so many candles burning at the same time anyway? Rumour has it there are secret passages throughout the castle. I'll find out if this is one of them eventually. But first I'll deal with the crows. What a massive fireplace. Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. This is bound to batter someone to death, loose as it is. I'll never be able to catch them with my bare hands. This could be easy, if only the birds couldn't fly away. This could be easy, if only the birds couldn't fly away. trap is more suitable for this kind of bait. I'll have to set up the trap somewhere. That's good bait for nasty poultry. A bird catcher needs two things: a proper trap and the right bait. A bird catcher needs two things: a proper trap. Not a good place for the trap.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine. This might batter the Queen of Nostria to death. The mount is all bent. No wonder the stag fell down. I've caught the first bugger. Regrettably, that was the only bait I had. That's a good idea, but I'll have to set up the net somewhere. I should hang the stag back up first. I'll hang the net between the antlers, but where do I fasten it on the lower end? I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window. I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window. Gwynling's old stuffed owl has nothing on this thing, I must admit. I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it. Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window. everything always be out of reach? I'm supposed to catch them, not kill them.
You spell doom.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Geron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gwynling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.